What's up guys, in this video we are going to discuss how to fill out the ArriveCAN form in the application or the desktop step by step for you to come back to Canada. So stay tuned.
Okay, so you guys can see my screen right now. So we will just go on Google and search ArriveCAN. This is the first option you get. Just go there. So the ArriveCAN you can fill out either on the desktop on this online website, on your mobile phone, or you can also download the app on your App Store or Google Play. For this video we are going to do it online on the desktop. So we'll just go sign in here. We'll get started. Okay, so if you do not have an ArriveCAN login address, so just create an account. For me, I have one right now, so I'm just going to use that. So once you guys are logged in, this is how you will see the page. So you will just get started with this ArriveCAN form. If you guys are just returning back from like another country, whether you went for tourism, work, or any other reason, or you're coming here for the first time, you will just click no here, because this option is basically only for people who do like land border crossing frequently, whether it's truckers, medical staff, nurses, mostly for those people. But for most of you guys, you will just click no here. So then you have to mention your reason for coming back. If you're a Canadian citizen, PR, and you're just coming back to Canada, you will just select this option. If you're a foreign worker, you will just select this option. International student, whether you're coming first time or you have been here before, you will select this option. For this video we will just select randomly this study international student option, and most of you guys are going to be coming by air, so you can select this option. If you're coming by land through US, you can select this option. But we will just, for the video, we're gonna select by air. Question me, what is this? Okay, so here, so a lot of people have asked me, what do I have to put here for the country of original departure? So as it says here, this is the last country you stayed in or visited prior to your flight to Canada. So basically that means is this is the country where you had cleared immigration. So you need to clear the immigration. You are inside that country, so that's when they count that country. If you were just doing like a transit, you were still at the airport, you never left the airport, you don't have to mention that. So say, just to make it easy, you're coming from India, you will mention India here, and if you're coming like on a direct flight, you will obviously just mention India. But say for example you're coming from India to US and you're going to clear the immigration there in US, then you have to mention US here, not India, because you already cleared immigration, you were technically inside US. And also this ArriveCAN form is only done 72 hours before your departure, so just do this form at that time. So say for example we're coming from India to Vancouver, Air Canada flies direct, so you can just mention that, put your flight number here. And as I said, like this date of arrival must be between these dates, because it has to be, you just have to fill this form 72 hours before. So just for this video we're gonna put 16th of November, and time you can put whatever time you see on your flight ticket, and both the date and the time should be what is written on the flight ticket, but the Canadian time and Canadian date. So whatever date and time you see on your ticket of your arrival as per the Canadian time zone wherever you're coming in Canada. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little picky here, so obviously your flight number should, whatever exactly you see there, I just put a random one here. So you know what, we're gonna put here, okay. Okay, so now you need to mention about the traveler. So we can fill out with your passport details, your Nexus card. This is a card only basically used for Canadians and Americans, PR card, all these details. So just to make it easy, we can fill out passport. I'll just put India here. I don't even remember how many letters are in passport, but I think that should be enough. Put your details here as per your passport, and yeah, I'm just gonna put anything random here. Okay, so if you are more than one person traveling, you can definitely add another traveler in the same ArriveCAN form. You don't need to fill out separate forms if you are coming together in like same flight. So that is a good option to save you some time there. But obviously this for this video I'm just gonna put like my name here. But as I said, like if your family coming, you're coming with friends in the same flight, you can put all of them together in this one ArriveCAN application, and then it will ask you all the details just like how I filled out for myself here. Okay, so we'll just fill out a phone number, any working phone number in Canada. So you can put like official language of your choice. You have to choose between English and French. So here, if you did receive a vaccine in the other country, or whether you received it in Canada before, the main thing is it should be recognized by WHO for them to consider this, so they can exempt you from the mandatory 14 days quarantine. So I'll just say yes here, go next, and then they will ask you details about your vaccine. So let's just to make it easier, if you're from India, probably you guys got Covishield here. If you're from other countries, you had all these other options. I'm just gonna choose Pfizer. I'm just gonna put Canada here, and just gonna put something random. And yeah, second dose, you just need to fill out details again for that. Again, I'm gonna put same thing. Okay, so here you have to upload your proof of vaccination. So just click here and upload that. Let me see if they will allow me to go to the next page. Nope. See, so they are pretty adamant that you need to upload it. For the video, I'm just gonna click continue without proof for now. Okay, so as you guys already know, that to come back to Canada, on top of the vaccination for non-Canadians, you still need a 72-hour RT-PCR test before arriving here. So that's basically what they're talking about here. If you're a Canadian and you did not get a vaccine, you still have to get the RT-PCR test 72 hours before, but you can do a 14 days quarantine once you're back in the country. Well, so depending on your situation, you have to answer yes or no. So this, if you already got your test, just say for example you got your test done right at that 72 hours mark, and you're filling this ArriveCAN like 24 hours before your flight, then you can just click yes and attach that test here. So, and again, this has to be the last country you're departing from. So as I said in this video, I put India, so I'm gonna put India here. It's just asking your history. If in the last 14 days you traveled to another country. If you did, just click yes and mention that. Just for the video, I'm gonna put no. So now you have filled out your ArriveCAN application, and now they just have this quarantine plan questionnaire. This is only basically if you are a Canadian and you're coming back to Canada without being vaccinated, then you have to do a 14 days quarantine, or if they do like a random test for you at the Canadian airport and it comes back positive, then you again obviously need to do 14 days quarantine. So it's only in those situations, but they want this information in advance. So do you have any accommodation where you're gonna stay for 14 days or longer? So I'm just gonna put yes here. Accommodation where you have no guests or no contact with any other people, yes. Will you have access to necessities of life, including water, food, medication, heat, all that, yes. Are you at risk where you plan to quarantine? Well, no. Is there a person at the location where you plan to quarantine who works in frontline basically, or first responder, maintenance staff? So just I'll click no here. Is it your living place of quarantine, a group living environment, senior home, student residence, all that? So I'll just say no. So yeah, I mean, depending where you're staying, I'm just gonna put returning home here. I'm just gonna put any address here. Okay, let's see, fill out the address here. Are you or any other travelers experiencing fever, cough? No. So yeah, once you're done, once you click submit, you guys will be basically will send this information to the government, and they will send you like a receipt of that, and that's what you use to show to the CBSA border security officer.
So that's it, guys. That's all you need to do to fill out this ArriveCAN application. If you have any questions, feel free to put in the comment box below or direct message me on Instagram at RAX0065. We'll see you next one.